They say love is blind, but friendship has a way of keeping its eyes wide open, seeing us for who we are and sticking around anyway. Yet, let's be honest, no friendship is perfect. They're messy, unpredictable, and sometimes maddening. One moment, you're laughing so hard your sides ache. The next, you're left hurt or frustrated. But there's beauty in that imperfection. As Nietzsche once pointed out, friendships have a rare quality. They don't judge us in the same way the rest of the world might. They'll call us out when we're out of line, but they rarely wield the gavel of judgment. At some point in adulthood, we all find ourselves at a crossroads, reflecting on the friendships we've cultivated. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones, looking around and feeling grateful for the bonds you've nurtured. Or maybe it's the opposite. You find yourself sitting in solitude, wondering where everyone went. And here's the hard truth. Friendships don't disappear on their own. We either nurture them or let them slip through the cracks. Life doesn't make it easy to hold on to those connections. It's a whirlwind: school, college, jobs, moving cities, starting families, chasing dreams. At every stage, some friends will join you on the ride, while others drift away. Sometimes, you'll blame your busy schedule or convince yourself that family time is enough. But deep down, you know it's not. Humans are wired for connection, real, meaningful relationships beyond just the people we live with or see daily. These connections are the anchors for our mental health and emotional stability. It's easy to point fingers when friendships fade. You might think they didn't put in the effort or they've changed since they got into that new relationship. But here's the kicker. Have you looked in the mirror? What have you done to keep those friendships alive? Because the truth is, maintaining friendships in adulthood is nothing like the effortless bonds we formed as kids. Back then, the ingredients were simple: shared interests, proximity, and endless time to spend together. Now, life's complexities make the recipe far more elusive. Adult friendships demand effort. They require intentionality, and let's face it, they're awkward sometimes. You might wonder if it's worth it, especially if you've grown to love your own company. But here's the thing. Friendships aren't just a nice-to-have, they're essential. They're stitched into our very biology. The bonds we formed as kids shaped our social and emotional development, teaching us about connection, trust, and belonging. And while adult friendships might not come as easily, they're no less vital to our well-being. So, how do we bridge that gap? How do we move from the natural ease of childhood connections to the more deliberate, sometimes clunky world of adult relationships? It starts with recognizing that friendships won't fall into your lap anymore. You need to create opportunities, join groups, pursue hobbies, and put yourself in places where shared interests can blossom into something more. Proximity and shared activities still matter, even now. From there, the magic happens. Deeper emotional connections can grow, just like they did when we were kids. Let's not sugarcoat it, though. Adult friendships are a balancing act. Life gets heavy: work stress, family obligations, the relentless noise of our own minds. On tough days, the effort to connect with someone might feel like scaling a mountain. But that's exactly why you need to hold on to the good ones. They don't just offer a distraction, they ground you, reminding you that you're not alone in this chaotic world. Not every friendship is worth keeping, though. If someone is draining your energy or adding toxicity to your life, it's okay to let them go. But for those rare, good ones, the friendships that uplift you, they deserve your time and effort. You can't expect to bump into each other at random anymore. Plans need to be made, schedules coordinated. Even a simple coffee date once a month can keep the connection alive. If you find yourself struggling with friendships, take an honest look at your own role. Are you reaching out? Or are you waiting for someone else to make the first move? Relationships, even platonic ones, require reciprocity. If you want meaningful connections, you have to be willing to invest your time and energy. The dynamics of friendships will shift as life throws its curveballs. Careers, kids, and responsibilities will demand your attention. But that doesn't mean friendships should take a permanent backseat. In fact, during life's most stressful seasons, friendships are often the very thing that can ease the burden. So be proactive. Join that book club, take up a new sport, or simply text an old friend and suggest meeting up. Show empathy and understanding when life pulls people in different directions. And remember, friendships are not about perfection, they're about connection. Life is wild, unpredictable, and sometimes downright exhausting. But having people to share it with, that's the magic. Keep reaching out, keep building those bonds, and let the joy of connection remind you that life, no matter how chaotic, is meant to be shared.